Okay. I like that.
Welcome back to episode 5 of the MD Bros podcast. Y'all know me, your guy, King Law, the best franchise player on YouTube. Y'all see I'm wearing the Redskins jersey. Yes, the Washington Redskins. My co-host is quick to point out that their name is not the Redskins anymore, but Washington Redskins jersey. Gotta say a quick RIP to my guy, Colt Brennan, our former quarterback.
RIP.
Much respect for that man.
I mean, we gotta say RIP to DMX. We didn't even say that last time, so RIP to DMX as well.
RIP DMX.
You guys will both be missed.
For sure.
Gotta say a shout out to my youngest daughter, Kaylee. She turned 13. Love you.
Shout out Kaylee.
And something very important happened. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
All right. So, we've been asking you guys to give us constructive criticism, to tell us how to improve the channel, because we value it.
For sure. We only want to make things better over here. Try to make sure that we're bringing you all something valuable, that y'all are actually taking something from, and we're actually putting out a good product for you all.
Not just that, but bring some type of enjoyment.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, shout out to my dude Skeptic Goat. He is one of the best follows as far as on Twitter to me. He's one of the best follows because of just it's not just funny, but it's also intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
So he hit us with a comment, and he said he'd asked what type of show it is that we currently are doing, because from the lack of structure, it's kind of hard for him to tell, get a grasp of what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I feel like when we're doing this, it's more of us just chopping it up, talking about life. It's just giving you a view of how we see things. That's where the MD Bros come from.
Mm-hmm.
We're both from Maryland, and we're brothers. Yeah, brother-in-laws, but we're still brothers nonetheless. And you're just getting the different perspectives. I'm a little bit older than he is. He's younger, so it's his view is going to be a little bit different than mine.
Yeah.
So,
but we still have some similarities. So some of the same, I guess we still see some things the same way, but we've also both been through different situations.
Yeah.
So.
He's a Skins fan, I'm a Ravens fan. Our fan base isn't as toxic as his, but he's still, he's a great guy.
I know we've been kind of downplaying the side conversations that we the rambling, but we should think about putting a house divided flag up behind.
That's cool.
Washington
cool
Ravens.
Yeah, for when we, and then when you leave, it can go with you.
Try to creep my way into his house.
He's still mad that I crept my way into his.
Exactly.
But his other part of his question was, and I touched on it, but he asked do we freestyle it or do we have an outline? And for that, I have to take the blame, because that's where I usually come up with the outlines and stuff like that. But due to the way that I've been working lately, I haven't had the time. I'm literally rushing home from getting done working and trying to hurry up and get set up before we record. So on that, he has none of the blame. That's all me. And I apologize. I'm trying to work it out to where I get another job. And then I'll actually be able to have structure, and then it won't feel like we're just rambling sometimes. Mm-hmm. And the last part, which is the funniest part to me, he thought that the energy was better without the other two from the previous podcast. And instantly you see. Yeah. Like, I'm going to keep it real. As far as the previous podcast, I still feel like Fake JB would still be a great asset to the show because he gives his own perspective as well. And it's like his energy, it can be a little overbearing sometimes, but he's a genuine person.
Yeah,
like
no doubt. Yeah, like I never questioned that about him at all.
All BS aside, outside of the podcast, that's my man, $100,000 for real. And like even outside of the podcast, the spare.
I'm sure he'd be cool to hang around.
He's cool. It's just you learn who you can and you can't do things with. So like if there ever comes a point in time where we find someone that we feel like, vibes with us and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we may bring him on. Like I know that my brother keeps telling me he wants to be on. So, and I mean, honestly, we ain't gonna tell the person who makes the music no.
Yeah, exactly.
But he still got to come on. I mean, we got a wifey edition coming up.
That one's gonna be crazy. That one's gonna be crazy.
I'm scared for you.
Oh man. Be on the lookout for that episode, by the way.
Oh yeah, when we put that one out, it's gonna be fire.
Yeah.
But I also want to say thank you to him, and he doesn't know this is coming. So now that you're hearing this, yeah, holla at me. We're gonna get you a gift card because we appreciate your constructive criticism that much. Because not only was it constructive criticism, but the thing about it was on point. Because all the stuff that you touched on is real things that you would have to watch to know are things.
Exactly.
So we really do. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate the feedback, and we're going to try to make those changes let us know. Do you recognize the changes? Do you see an improvement in it? Everything else, just let us know.
So we're going to go ahead and transition into the first part of the show, which is, what did you feel like this was going to be when I originally approached you about us doing it originally when we had Fake JB?
I felt like it was just going to be kind of like what this is right now. Well, yeah, right, like what this is right now, just us having conversations about things that interest us, like things that are just going around in our world. Because he was a 49ers fan.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just thought it was going to be us talking shit about our teams and everything to each other, and
which it is.
Yeah. And us talking about stuff that's going on in the world that's affecting our day-to-day stuff or whatever.
That's pretty much like my whole thing was when I originally had approached everyone about it. I really wanted to focus on sports because I feel like that's the one thing that we're all passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
But as we got to talking about it, it really morphed into just life. Because we all are kind of passionate about all like kind of the same things.
Because I think what we started out with is like sports and music is what we were really going to get on, because we had some groups that or people that we listened to a lot of that mixed in them. At the same time, we still had other areas that were just different in music and everything else. But yeah, we did kind of morph it into other topics that were going on in the world, and I don't think a lot of people really wanted to. People really didn't give their input on, or their true input on how they felt about the topics, because those group chats were kind of dead when we started talking about like what it is that we're going to discuss on the next podcast. So,
oh man. And see, that's the thing that I think the reason why our chemistry is so great, because like we literally can have conversations about anything, and like we can be honest. If I couldn't be honest, I couldn't sit down and have conversations with you, because you would get so mad at me.
Exactly, because I feel like you're just telling me what I'd like to hear instead of giving me your opinion.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I never do. I can't help it. It's just not me.
I respect it. I told you at first, before, I was just like, okay, he talking shit just to talk shit, but when I had one of those moments, I was like, oh, he was actually talking shit because he felt like I could have done better. And it was good constructive criticism.
But that's what
it was harsh, but it was valuable.
But you know what? For real, that's the type of value that I feel like I want.
Yeah, you give the same type of opinions and value that you would expect to receive.
But the problem is, and that's why I valued Skeptic Goat's comment so much, because it was something that I could see myself making. Like, so you guys don't get any ideas. I'm not rewarding him because he left a comment. I'm rewarding him because he didn't want anything. He went above and beyond. He didn't just view the content. He explained about the content, how we could improve it. So it's a better viewing or a better experience that you're going to have. And that's what I respect. If you can honestly tell me how to improve the show, then I'm going to respect your opinion. But if you're just telling me that you liked it or whatever, I mean,
you could like it, but still, like, there could be something wrong or an area that you felt like we could have improved on or done better.
Yo, just keeping it all the way real about it. Like, I fuck with the fact that people like the show. I do, but it doesn't help me to get better at what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. The same way you guys want more entertainment, you want to look forward to the drop, is the same way I want to look forward to giving you the drop.
Yeah.
And since we're on that topic, you know I wasn't going to let you skate without shots being fired.
Oh, where the shots coming from this time?
You know what the shots is coming from.
What did I do?
The scheduling part is my fault.
Oh, shit.
But there's someone just as capable.
Ducking cover.
Oh, yeah. You knew you wasn't.
Ducking
because
cover.
You know why? Because you flamed me on the one drink. Every chance I get, I'm going to send shots back. It's out of love, though. But, yeah. I'm not the only one who has their moments.
What moment did I have? Go ahead, put it out there.
So why are we recording so late?
Well, you see, what happened was time just kind of got away from. I was watching Netflix, man. Like, the series I was watching on Netflix, it was a good one. I really didn't want to miss the episode. And, you know, Bianca was watching. I'm not gonna put it all on her because I know she's about to say, "Oh, you're gonna put it all on me." But I got lost in the episode. I didn't want to miss anything, so I was ready. Put it like this: I was ready to leave at that scheduled time, but then I got stuck in the TV, and before I knew it, I was like, "Oh shit! I got 10 minutes to be out here."
Remember what you said to me, and it stung because you know I don't like that because you know I don't even like lying. If we're gonna be real, you called me something that hurt me to my core. You called me a liar. Let's keep it all the way real. There's not many things that you can call me. You can call me an asshole. You can call me a bitch. You can call me a dickhead. You can call me all that shit. And you know I don't care. A liar hurts.
All right.
Because I never lied to you. Never.
You're right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I had to harass him because.
But like I said, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to do better.
Yeah, just say try. I hate when people tell me they're gonna do better and they don't.
I've done it before though. I've been here before you even expected me to be here.
I will give him credit. He did one time.
I can do it. It's just depending on what I'm doing in the moment that might draw my attention elsewhere.
All right, so I'll equate this to basketball. He's like the teammate that you hope is gonna show up. And you call him 50-50. There's a 50% chance your teammate is not going to show. He's that teammate.
Or I'll show up, but the game will already have been started. It might be the second quarter by the time I get there.
Second half. How many times have I fallen asleep?
How many times? Okay. All right.
See?
All right.
But all bullshit aside, though, like of all my family members, I'm probably the tightest with him. That isn't, I mean, your family, but you're not immediate family. You know what I mean? So, like, out of all my family members, hell, I'll say it. Out of 80% of my family members, I'm the tightest with him. So, I gotta say 80 because there is a little 20% in there that, like, you know, no matter what, we're gonna be tight for life. What do you feel your perceived value as a black man is in this current climate?
As a black man, I feel like life is not as hard as things used to be for us, like back in the day, but it's still, nevertheless, it's still tough for African Americans out here, really any field of work at all, or anything in life, really. I feel that currently a lot more is expected out of us. I feel like we're not as valued in those places of business that we try to apply to. I feel like a lot of stereotypes are thrown on us before we even, well, as soon as we walk in the front door. Because, I mean, you know,
like we mentioned with the look, the hair, the way that we're presented.
Some of us, we can get by because of our names are not as cultured. So the paperwork, it slides through perfectly fine, but as soon as you come in for that face-to-face interview, it's just like, hold up.
So, speaking of that, let me tell you about my recent experience. So, little background, I have 13 years experience in the corporate world. I come from a corporate background. So, recently, I've been looking to try and find another job so that way I can find more structure, so I have more time to take the time to actually enjoy life.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I went for a interview with a temp company just to like see what kind of opportunities they had back in the corporate environment. Spoke with a dude over the phone, you know, talked to him.
Gotta have a phone voice.
Hey, gave him my resume. Oh yeah, this looks great. You know, come in such and such a time and we'll discuss it.
Justin Timberlake.
I'm like, all right, cool. Okay, I like that. So it's not original, but I like it. But so I go in for the interview, right? Dude sees me. None of the positions that we currently have look like they're a fit for me.
Lil Wayne.
Yeah, pretty much. She is like, you know, none of these corporate jobs are you, but you're definitely an industrial worker.
Yeah.
So pretty much what he told me was, you don't fit what we have to offer, but you can lift stuff.
So that's all we're perceived to be good for. But if he would have just taken the time to, you know, get to know the real person behind the paper, behind the resume, be able to see that this man's capable of having an intelligent conversation. He's capable of doing the work that your firm could has to offer or whatever. He's capable of doing the job.
Well, the funny thing about that is that, like, I feel like customer service is one of my strong suits. I'm a people person.
Mm-hmm.
People, like, for whatever reason, people feel comfortable talking to me. Like, I can talk to almost anyone.
Yeah.
Almost anyone. Anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So, I say it's funny because it's like, well, I mean, anyone who follows me on Twitter would have probably seen this, but I said, how do you gain experience? Or how do you get a job where you need experience when you never had the experience? So, like, how do you gain experience when no one's willing to give you experience?
That's where they come in saying that they want you to do the free internships. But nobody has time to do it. People got other stuff going on in their life. Like, we can't afford to work for you for free just so I can gain experience. And then...
But what I'm saying to you is, eventually somebody has to give you a chance, right?
Yeah. And chances are given to more people than others.
that's the point that I was gonna make to you. When I was in the corporate world, because you really weren't in the corporate world.
Yeah, not really.
So for you, it's a little bit different because you don't see it. You see it, but you're just like whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for me, like, I did it for so long. I worked from home for 5 years. I worked at the bank for forever too. So for me, it's just kind of like I seen it more and more and more and more. It's like I'm not trying to be funny about it, but when it comes to being a black man, your chances for advancement are limited. Like, if they're gonna hire somebody for a supervisor role, it's gonna be a black woman versus the man.
See, I kind of gotta agree with that because I see it as more of a, they feel like a control.
Well, yeah, they feel like
they can get them to bend more towards the way that
I don't necessarily know that. I think it was more of it's a diversity hire where they can still feel like they have the power because it's a woman. Whereas if they put like a black man onto their level, it would become more of an issue.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to feel like they're equal to us. That's where it really, for me, it comes in. But my main problem with it is that what I noticed with some of the black women that get those types of positions is that they feel like, and I mean, it's our culture. Because it's like, if one black person does something wrong, it's almost like every black person does something wrong. You know what I mean?
Cast that shadow.
Yeah, and it's crazy to me because you see all the time when like white people do crazy shit. It's like, oh, you know, he's just having a bad day. But then when it's us, we're thugs, we're this, we're that, even if we've never done anything violent. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's wild to me. But I think, like, you know, how we're perceived in this current climate is that
expendable.
Well, definitely expendable, but to a certain degree, it's like everyone else is a row or a rung above us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can come in and do the job. Well, take my job for instance. I'm supposed to be a mail carrier, right?
Yeah.
But I do distribution, which is like line work. I do mail handling, which is dock work. I do maintenance work, which is going out and fixing
the key locks and stuff.
Yeah. So me, I do 4 different roles. Because I even do city carrying too. But I do 4 different roles. But I'm technically just a substitute.
So instead of getting paid for all the different jobs and stuff that they have you doing, they pay you at the minimalist level that they can to get away with it.
No. That's where I'll disagree at because
that's where I thought you were going.
Distribution makes less money than me. City carriers make less money than me. The only ones who make more are like the mail handlers and maintenance. They make more.
But still, maintenance is one of the things that you're doing.
But what I'm breaking down is that it's not it's at my pay for my job title.
Okay.
Because technically it's like it's not technically my wheelhouse. It's just I'm helping out.
Gotcha.
So when you're helping out, you still get paid whatever you would get paid normally.
But by helping out, it's not like you're volunteering to help out. They're telling you this is what you're doing.
Exactly. But the point that I was trying to make with that is I have to be more versatile. I have to do multiple jobs. Whereas like even like the Spanish dudes at work, they're the same way. Mm-hmm. Well, mostly males in general. There is one white guy who does have to do the same amount of stuff as us. So I'm not saying that it's all race related, but I think it's more because we're males.
Yeah.
Because I think like when it comes to that, it's like it's viewed where like the women will get the opportunities, but they won't get the opportunities. So, like, in that situation, what I'm talking about is we had a supervisor, and it was a black lady and a white lady. The black lady has more experience.
Yeah.
The black lady is actually the better of the supervisors, but the white lady got promoted to postmaster before the black lady.
That makes sense, but it happens all the time.
So, since we're on that topic, and we had discussed it kind of, how do you feel about the Tim Tebow signing?
Nothing against Tim Tebow. I like Tim Tebow as a person, but that man didn't deserve that job. Like I'm having a hard time understanding why the Jacksonville Jaguars did that. I understand why it happened and how it happened, but I don't really fully understand why. Like, this dude being brought in to play a position that he's never played before. He's taking a roster. I mean, I know everybody says the whole taking a roster spot, but there's a bunch of roster. But who does Jacksonville have at the tight end position? That is basically wide open.
Oh, yeah, because we picked up their old tight end.
Yeah, so it's a wide open position that you want someone to compete for it. From a football standpoint, if you're going to go for it, if you're going to fill that roster spot, you want people that have played that position before. You want people that have an idea what the hell to do there. Tim Tebow's never played tight end.
What I think it is it's a signing that is more geared towards bringing more attention towards them. Like, they're trying to make waves with the signing. And I don't necessarily know that Tebow's even going to be retained.
I don't think he should be, but I mean, to make waves, you all got the number 1 overall draft pick. Those are waves and those are tsunamis right there. Trevor Lawrence coming into town. Like,
no, but Trevor Lawrence doesn't carry the same fan base as a Tim Tebow. Even to this day, with Tim Tebow out of the league, he still has a fan base.
He does, but I mean, Trevor Lawrence.
But you can have both.
You're going from being the worst team in the league. Y'all had the number 1 draft pick. You got it for a reason. It's not like in the NBA where it's a lottery shit. Like, the worst team gets the first pick. Like, you're bad. You got the best guy of the entire draft pool. Those are waves right there. You're talking about rebuilding the roster. You brought in Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer brings in a nice fan base of his own right there. Like, what more do you need to sell tickets?
Right,
do you
so
really need to bring in Tim Tebow?
I'm going to just keep it real. Listen. I don't like it because I feel like it's taking a spot from other tight ends that are actually going to try to make a roster.
Could it be worth the damn to actually run your offense, be in your offense?
But I'm not opposed to it either because at the end of the day, it's not my team.
True.
And Jacksonville has been known to make stupid decisions.
Well, they just made another one, so...
Ngakoue?
Yeah, that was dumb. Like, what?
No, but that wasn't even the dumbest one.
Whoa.
Jalen Ramsey?
Oh my God.
It's the same as... The dumbest move was the Texans with the DeAndre Hopkins. That's the dumbest move in the whole league. But the Jalen Ramsey trade was up there. Stupid.
But at least they got something back for it. But, yeah, that Jalen Ramsey shit was...
Nah. So after that, and it's ironic, I work with a Jaguars fan. He's cool as shit. Shout out to my boy Sunday. But yeah, nah, just can't. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not on board with it. I mean, like I said, not my team either. But still, that was a stupid decision. Like, the biggest thing I'm thinking about is like, you could at least brought in like 3 other. Well, I'm sure you have other tight ends that you're bringing in, but you could have found another guy. I'm sure there's someone else out there that's working their ass off every day out here trying to make it into the league as a tight end, and you just gave it to a guy who has never played it before a day in his life. Didn't play it in high school, didn't play it in college. Was asked to play it, to switch to it in the NFL, but they said, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm a quarterback, which I like Tim Tebow. I think I'm glad that he embraced it. I'm glad that he went ahead and went forward with playing quarterback because I thought he should have stuck with what he wanted to do. But once you made that decision, for you to come back after playing baseball and saying like, you know what, maybe there was some truth to what they said. Let me play tight end. Like no, like bro, you're 33.
I'm not trying to cut you off, but real quick, you know the reason why I feel more so some type of way towards Tim Tebow than anything else? Because who does my quarterback get compared to?
A running back?
But the Tim Tebow. They're like, oh, Lamar can't throw, Lamar can't do this, Lamar can't do that. And the problem that I go back to is it's about scheme. You saw what he did in college. Yes, he ran a lot, but he also was pretty damn good at throwing the ball. It wasn't like he was strictly just running.
I mean, I feel like going back to college, if you want to do that, Lamar showed more that he was a passer than Tim Tebow did, really. I remember when I think back to Tebow in college, the difference is always
gonna be.
I think back to
skin
Gator
tone.
Heavy. Yeah,
skin tone.
Yeah,
it's
I
just
think
like
Tim Tebow. I think Gator Heavy.
It's like we had a conversation about the cornerback thing.
Yeah.
Just like with the running back position, there's certain positions where it's black dominated and it shouldn't be because there's other people out there that could probably play the position but aren't given the opportunity.
Yeah.
Just like it's quarterbacks are usually white. You know what I mean? Like, and
but then you gotta also open up the argument because cornerbacks, like you said earlier, are normally black.
Yeah, and I was saying that's like a little low-key racist.
Yeah.
Because it's like it was like we had a conversation about how it's a lot of white guys in the league in the NBA that are balling.
Yeah.
But I feel like that isn't because they're like with the cornerback thing. It isn't because there probably isn't players who couldn't do it. Because I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
But it's more so of are they given the opportunity? Because even when you look at it from the local landscape, how many times do you see it?
Yeah, not often.
It's like the coaches weed them out from those positions early.
True. It's true.
But if you think about it, that's systemic racism early on. Not only is it systemic racism towards the black kids, it's towards the white kids as well. I'm not trying to make it be that way, but that's how, like I said, especially with this topic, that's how I perceive it. Because I see a lot when, like I said, dealing with my quarterback, I feel like he's constantly attacked for... And mind you, yeah, you know, I'll be the first one to admit Lamar has his flaws. He's got to get the ball out quicker.
He does.
He's got to stop overthinking things because he's so worried about proving that he's a passer instead of just playing and winning. You could see it last year. He let the critics get to him. But like I said, you know, I can see these things, but he's still young. He's dumb young. I think he's what, 21, 22? No,
he's 24, 25 now.
Nah, he's not that old. The oldest is 23.
Oh, he's 24.
Okay, Google. How old is Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson is 24 years old.
Oh, you're right.
Told you.
I thought he was only 23.
Damn, you just set off everybody's okay Google and everything else. Their virtual assistants.
Good. Psych. But you were right, by the way. I apologize. I was wrong. See, that's something we do on this show. We can admit fault when we do stuff. You're not gonna see that on a lot of other people. It's a lot of fakeness.
It's true.
And you know what? That's why I really like when I was thinking about creating content. That's the real reason why I like contacted him and Fake JB, because of the simple fact of the matter is they're like us. Well, I said they're like us. Wow. Kill me for it. Y'all got me. But they're like me when it comes to that. Like, we don't tolerate that fake shit, whatever. Like, when he does his franchise, win, lose, draw, he's gonna upload because he doesn't just upload wins. He uploads the game as it is. You can't win every time.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of people out there
They'll show all the good, but never the bad, no matter how bad it is that I get blown out. I'll throw it up there.
But see, that's the thing. I feel like it doesn't happen that often. It just happens to you sometimes.
Yeah, because, it's just those... Madden just has those times where it just wants to screw you over.
Yeah, and then once you get pissed, you can't play your game.
Everything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Yeah. But, that's why I stopped playing it.
Yeah.
I don't like to play games where... anymore that frustrate me because it's like, why should I waste my time frustrating myself playing this game? Like, yeah, I like it, but it's just frustrating. Like, it's simple things that need to be fixed, and if the developer's not gonna fix it, then why should I give them my time?
It's true. That's crazy because I think low-key Bianca's question is like, why is it that I like? Because I told her before, like, I play the game to relax and everything, but she's like, but when you're yelling at you, you're not really relaxed. Like, in a way, I am relaxed. It's just some of the shit that this game does just really just pisses me off. But I enjoy playing it because it relaxes me. Love-hate relationship.
I mean, but I don't even think it's just so much the game. I think for us in general as men, we look for like that type of entertainment because if you wasn't getting it on the video game, you go out and hoop.
Yeah,
or you go out and play whatever, or do whatever. That's the one thing that we both agree on. If you viewing this B King, fuck you and your Cowboys, bitch.
Fuck the Cowboys.
All day, every day. Oh, man.
Swept them.
Ain't that... You know what the funniest part about that is, though?
What?
Both my baby mamas are Cowboys fans.
Oh, yeah, they are. Oh.
And my mother.
Yeah. She tried to send Haven down to the house the other day with a big old cup of ice. I turned the ice around. I was like, what the... No, this damn cup's got a star on it.
She's always...
Sent that shit out the house real quick.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
You know why she did it?
Because in spite of her mother.
Yeah, who's a Redskins fan.
Yeah.
Woo, when I tell you.
It's a move I can't... Hey, I can't knock the move because I did the same thing with my dad. He's a Carolina fan. I'm a Duke fan, so...
My uncle's Skins fan.
Well, not in spite. It's just because I just wanted to be that.
My uncle Larry's an Eagles fan.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, so...
Swept them too.
Hey, well, hold on now.
I should be like, hey... I should go out there.
Now do you see why I'm not in that division?
Well, yeah. Because the only other team you had to choose was the Giants.
My stepmom's a Giants fan. I'm not. No, never. Mm-mm. I would go Steelers before I would go any of those. At least Steelers. Like, low-key. Alright, so hear me out on this. And I don't care if I get flamed by Ravens fans for this. At least Steelers have a history of promoting black people to positions.
Touche.
At least they have that history. So no matter what anybody says to me, I don't care. I like the Steelers organization.
I mean, Washington couldn't even do Doug Williams the favor of retiring his jersey, the first African-American quarterback to win a Super Bowl. So...
I mean, but you really, I mean, look at where we are.
Yeah.
It's 2021 and we're still...
Would have been nice.
Dealing with issues that you thought would have been resolved back in the 2010s. I'm just saying.
I mean, thank you for retiring my guy, Sean Taylor. I mean, the greatest there ever was. He was about to be the best. He was about to go down in history as the best safety in football.
Okay, now I know I'm going to have
the
to
best.
pop up with the Ed Reed jersey so you
the
get
best.
back to your senses. Don't you ever say some blasphemous shit like that to me again. He was a great safety.
Boy.
But you're disrespecting two great safeties.
The plays that man made, and he wasn't even in his prime yet.
Sir?
The plays that man made.
Sir, I'm not ranking him above Hairball.
Go ahead.
He's not better than Palomalu.
Okay, go ahead.
But I'm damn sure not ranking him above Ed Reed. Ever.
Go ahead. All I'm saying
is... a
lot was taken from us on that night.
And I will agree. You know, I like Sean Taylor.
Great. I mean, hold on. I just gotta say this. Like, the greatest loss was the fact that a child lost her father, and a wife lost her husband. But the stuff that man could do on a football field, he was special. He was 100% special, and like, was only up from there. But
He
no,
was. And he was definitely one of the greats. I'll give him that. I still feel like if he would have had a longer career, he would have been one of the greats. But, because there's a but to it, you're disrespecting Brian Dawkins. You're disrespecting
I'm not disrespecting
Ed
him
Reed.
at all.
You're disrespecting Palomalu. You're disrespecting a lot of great safeties.
Because of what transpired, he's not going to get the credit of which he should deserve, but I would rank him as Ed Reed, Palomalu, Dawkins, and then I come in with Sean Taylor. But if I'm going off of what I saw and what I knew was possible from him, he would have been, there's no doubt in my mind, he would have been the greatest. He would have made plays that would have made you think, like, yeah, he's way better than Ed Reed. He's way better than Troy Polamalu. Sorry, that's where I'm at.
Yeah. But this is also why, you know, we have this thing called delusion. Delusion!
Call it what you will. I know what I saw. I know what I saw.
Okay, yeah, you saw delusion.
Okay.
He was great. One of the greats.
I saw.
But he wasn't the greatest.
I saw T.O. flinch going across the middle. I know I saw that.
He was definitely a hitter.
I know I saw that.
Sit here and say that, but so was Brian Dawkins.
I know he was. Oh my God, Brian Dawkins was.
But if we're gonna talk about hitters,
those are the only two safeties I can say. When I saw them come downfield and crack someone, I felt bad for whoever they hit.
low key, and I'm sure Palomalu. I mean, I said Palomalu. Bernard. He was a hitter too.
Yeah.
But he's probably working out right now because he's still trying to make it back in the league. But, yeah. Shout out to my boy, Bernard. You know, yo, he be sitting here terrorizing the Ravens fan base. But he, you know, I can't hate on it. I kind of like it.
But, yeah.
It's cool shit, though, low key.
I'm just saying, even more than Cam Chancellor, those two are
I'm
way
gonna
bigger
rank.
than
I'm gonna rank him above Cam Chancellor,
easily.
but I'm not ranking him above Ed Reed or Palomalu ever. Sorry, not can't do it.
Like I said, for right now, because of the way his career ended up, yeah, go ahead, go for it.
All I can do is base it off of what it is.
I know that's the unfortunate thing.
I mean, that's what I'm telling you. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not disrespecting him. I would never, because I respect him. But no, your franchise has always been a shit show.
This is true, but that was going to be the thing that put us on the right track.
No. You need to stop being delusional.
It was going to put us on track. That defense was scary. That
Living
defense
in
was
La La
scary,
Land,
only
nigga.
ready to get scarier. LeVar Arrington,
Listen.
London Fletcher,
Listen.
Sean Taylor,
Listen.
Reed Dowdy as his backup.
Listen.
Offense
That
is
has
still
nothing
struggling.
to do with the culture. The culture
I know.
issue that your fucking franchise.
I know it's always been a problem, but all I'm saying is that's the one team that
Even your fan
was
base
in the
is toxic
headed in the
as
right
fuck.
direction.
Remember when y'all were doing bad? Y'all started clowning the hell out of each other. No other fan base is clowned as hard as y'all have. Remember when they started talking about breaking into people's cars to give them tickets?
Yeah,
That was a low, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, y'all's fan base was trying to give away shit and couldn't do it.
Look, we've
Niggas
had our
would rather go to
downs,
jail than go to a Redskins
but
game.
right when things were starting to go look up for us, tragedy struck. That's all I'm saying. Things were looking up there, but we're now getting on the right path. We're getting on the right path. Again, we're not going to get into it now, but today when we're recording this, the new schedules just came out. That's going to be in another episode also. That's probably going to be in there with the draft recap or our draft perspective. But, yeah. It's going to be something. What?
Nothing. I didn't say nothing.
Okay.
Just biting my tongue, just chilling.
Hold it in. Is it going to be the next episode or the next episode?
What you mean? The draft joint?
Yeah.
Wifey edition we gotta do that.
Yeah, because we already talked up Wifey edition in this one.
So I'm saying the next one after that?
2 episodes away. Just 2.
But it'll be on the heels. Because you know that will be.
Yeah.
Wifey edition. Let's hope we're still married. Thank you for viewing episode 5 of the MD Bros podcast. It was it was fun.
It was.
We had some enjoyable moments on this one. And I want to send out once again a special shout out. Happy birthday to my youngest daughter, Kaylee. And special shout out to Skeptico, man. Like I said, you know, I made sure that I reached out to you and made sure it was cool before I talked about this. But we really appreciated it.
Much appreciation there.
Yeah. Don't forget, I got you, dog. Got you on the gift card of your choice. But I feel like, you know, we touched on some good shit, and I feel like we had our moment. We vented everything out.
We did.
And make sure y'all stay tuned. Wifey edition on the way. And that's gonna be serious. So
post notifications on. Make sure y'all stay alerted to all of our
tweet
for sure. Whenever we drop.
Yo, make sure you go over and check out his channel, which for some reason doesn't have these episodes on it.
And also make sure y'all following us on Twitter, because this episode we asked for input on the thumbnail, so, you know?
No. That was last episode.
Oh yeah, last episode we did that.
That was episode 4. They chose the thumbnail.
Yeah, so.
Which, by the way, I'm not feeling it.
Right,
I'm not feeling it. It wasn't our choice.
The OG ones were really what we wanted to go with, but, I mean, y'all spoke. You said the blue PS logo
listen,
it was.
We listen to y'all. As much as this is ours, it's y'all's as well. So, we got y'all. Until next time, we'll holler at y'all.
Later.
Thought I was going to.
I did.
You gotta go get it. Niggas be fucking playing.